All right, we're live. So let's take a background shot. There we go. Now, if I move the pen, you see, it is motion activated. Motion activated. Okay, welcome back. Right now, I believe this is going to be part 4. And I'm not going to keep starting from the beginning, so I'm assuming you've gone through the videos and you know how we got here. Now you'll notice this is different, and all I did, I'll show you the code. I just duplicated snapshot and made background. So we're going to try to do something interesting in this video. First, the code. This is the previous version. This is the current. Just some minor tweaks here. That's not the important stuff. Minor tweaks for styling. Right here is the important stuff. We used to only have one canvas with one button. Now we have 2 canvases with their own buttons. And then the take snapshot function will handle both. Is it background or is it the other one? This was just a tweak suggested by the AI tool for improved performance. Same with this. This is now resized 2 canvases instead of resizing 1 canvas. And this was a tweak suggested by the AI tool. So that brings us up to date with what you see here. You can snap a background or you can snap a snapshot. So I'm going to do this. And you see, okay? Now, what is the goal? The goal here is this is our first try at a very, very rudimentary security system, let's say, okay? So imagine this could be your living room, all right? This is your living room, all right? So that's the background. Your living room, for right now, never changes, okay? And only if there's an object moving that through it does it change, right? So we want a little application to compare the ongoing video frames that are over here, the live video frames. We want it to compare to the background. And if there's any difference at all, snap a frame and show it here. And if there isn't, don't do anything. So that's our goal. Okay, here we go. I have the full code pasted in, and here's the prompt. Give me a simple 1-line bulleted list of what is required, no code yet, to get this application to have whatever image was captured in the background canvas compared live to the video feed. And if there's any difference, to take ongoing snapshots and place those in the second canvas, the snap frame. This also means that if there is no image in the background canvas, then pretty much the snap frame canvas will seem like the video feed, yes or no. So it gave me this long list, and I said, wait a minute, we can simplify some of that for now. So I had it redo the list. Capture and store the background canvas image as raw pixel data. Okay. Continuously draw the current video frame into a buffer canvas. Read the pixel data from the current frame. Compare the current frame pixels directly to stored background pixels. If any pixel differs, treat it as a change. When a change is detected, draw the frame to the snap frame canvas. If no background image exists, draw the current video frame to the snap frame. So let's see if we can make that work in code. Okay, so and this is an important point I want to make here. I had made it a few videos ago in another playlist. In my interactions with the tool, we together came up with requirements, okay? So I pasted the file code again, and then I said, take your own list that you just gave me, and it's right here, of requirements. This is the list that ChatGPT came up with. And I said, update the file I just pasted. I want the full file back, absolute minimum changes, do not reorder if not absolutely necessary. One of the things I like about ChatGPT is it's a lot better at, if I mean absolute minimum, that's exactly what it does, and it tends to forget less. Gemini seems better at complex problems, but ChatGPT is better at following directions. Okay, so our original version on the left, the suggested changes on the right. So let's see, background pixels, compare canvas. Yeah, that looks like it belongs there. Yeah. Which background? A new function, start live compare. Yeah, that makes all sense. Okay. All right, that looks good. And is that it? And start live compare. Wow, very simple. Wait, there's going to be something else. Another one right here. Okay, that's it. Let's run it. All right, here we go. So remember, the video is going to be on the left, and it's going to compare frame by frame to background. There is no background, so this is going to be exactly that, right? And sure enough, so if I do something over here on the video feed, every frame shows up there. But here's the thing, I'm going to snap a background. Okay, it's still going to show up there because it's still different. So you're going to say, well, okay, so what are we doing? Okay, so we're gonna show you that this is definitely motion activated. What is the minimum required code so that the snap frame, that's the one on the right, canvas goes back to blank, the default grayish color it began with, if there is no difference between live and background. Okay, I think we're going to end with this. The how would I say it? The real difference is right here. So notice that the green is new, the white we already had, right? So before this part, every single frame was drawn, period, right, into the second canvas. Now we have the else, So if it should not draw, don't draw. Blanket, in other words, clear the rectangle, blanket. Unfortunately, it's not that simple because, first of all, we have to have other little differences because let me see if I can show you that. Right here. We have to make sure that the video window and the background window and the other snapshot canvas window, they had to be exactly the same size. So we had to add that. All right. And then there has to be in a certain amount of differences between the pixels and the RGB and all that stuff, right? So I had to play with this and I settled on this number. And so that's used right here. If these two lines right here, if the difference count between the live frames coming in and the background image that was taken, if the differences exceed that, show it into, basically make it look like a motion activated, right? And if they don't exceed that, it must be nearly the same image, so don't show anything. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. We'll wait for the video to appear on the left. And with no background image, there should be the snapshot. See? Okay. So, all right, we're live. So let's take a background shot. There we go. Now, if I move the pen, you see? It is motion activated. Motion activated. See? Now, if it seems a little delayed because as I lean into it, we'll talk about that some other time. I'm leaning into it. My shadow affects the lighting. See, I'm leaning in. I lean back out. If I stay leaning back and I do this, then it goes right away.